All right, so this is my first vlog on my personal YouTube channel. This is very special because I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. I thought of this idea that's never been done before, and the name of this channel is going to be Road to a Billion. I don't think that it has ever been done before, documenting the entire process on a week-to-week basis, going through the goal setting involved, going through the mindset, going through the major decisions being made on an ongoing basis of what it looks like to get to where we are now, where myself is right now, personally, where myself is right now in the business, and getting to that $1 billion level. I want to make this because I've had such an enjoyable time going back and looking at videos from the past that I filmed back when we first started 7-8 years ago with our business HighKey. And I found so much enjoyment going back and seeing what I was like in certain dynamics, what my mindset was, how I talked, how I interacted, noticing if I was stressed in certain areas. I could only imagine what myself is going to be like in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years when I'm 80, looking back on videos, this specific video, and then the videos that I make in the future and seeing that. So this channel is really just for documentation for me. I'm not expecting really any viewers from it. Maybe once I get to that $1 billion level, people might go back and see what the process is like. And what's really cool is I've been doing this to a certain extent where I have these journals where they're 90-day journals. And I know every single successful person has some way of documenting information, documenting goals, but I have this blue journal where it documents 90-day goals. It gives you 3 major 90-day goals to review, and then it breaks it down to weekly goals, and then it also breaks it down into daily goals. And I've filled this out practically every single day religiously for the past 3 years. I have a ton of information in these journals, and I'll probably make a video down the line going through all 3 years of journals, because that'll be a video in itself of basically going back in time throughout my goal setting journey of what my goals were like. I even wrote down what my mindset was like at certain points during major stress points. I wrote down notes about how I got through major decisions, and that's why I think that this vlog and this entire channel will do for me just by myself, in terms of I think it'll be cool to have something every single week where it's not only in the journal but things that are inside of my journal that I'm writing, goals that I'm setting, and who knows, it might be valuable to certain people that are on the same path, in the same industry, dealing with the same problems. Hopefully it helps with that. But again, this channel definitely mainly for me in terms of just documenting the entire journey and having that for myself. I'm going to be doing this every single week. So plan is right now it's Monday, November 28th. I'll probably be doing this on Sundays because I have the most time then. Again, I'm going to be mainly going through the blue journal. I will be making a video going through the past 3 years of blue journals. I think that would be very valuable, and it'll be fun to go through those past 3 years. I could probably cram that into one video. And the main thing with this is I'm just doing it now because I can constantly keep pushing this off. But the main thing is I've wanted to do this for so long, and I wish I did it before, because we are at a level with the business, and I'll get into it and talk about the level that we're currently at, just being completely authentic and just being completely honest. I'll show screenshots too if I decide to edit this, or I'll just keep it raw. But I wish I did it sooner, because we are at a place of a decent amount of success in terms of the monetary sense, whatever you quantify success as. But if I'm looking at from the monetary sense, we are decently successful. And so we aren't dealing with the problems that I was dealing with 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years, 5 years ago. And so the reason I'm just starting this now is because I just want to start it. And I have that goal set up for $1 billion, but it's not even really a goal. It's just the name of the channel. I think it's catchy, and I think it'll be cool just to document the path, and having a sticker point being the monetary sense. In these videos, you're not going to see me putting on a character. I'm not going to be like I am in most of the HighKey videos or in some of our ads where I'm extremely over the top, energetic, trying to get in the face. Like these videos, I'm going to be myself, smiling, being enthusiastic, but, not too over the top. And before I get into things in terms of the past week and doing a recap of basically what I'm going to do every single week, it would be fitting to do a background of HighKey. Start off our business in August 2016, first business, myself, my older brother, and a really good friend at the time, Aaron Badescu. And we started an e-commerce company just sporadically in terms of we saw a need for wireless earbuds, completely wireless earbuds, no cord earbuds. And so all we had to do was go on to the internet, found a site called Alibaba, which was a wholesale site for making large purchase orders of Chinese products, bulk ordering them, and you could do what's called OEM or ODM design to make changes to the product, aka white labeling, to put your logo on the product and make it as if you created the product. And so we found this one pair of wireless earbuds. It was the only pair of wireless earbuds there at the time. We ordered initial samples and we thought that they were all right, not the best, but we thought that they were good enough considering there was no other alternatives on the marketplace. So we made a bulk purchase, created a logo, and originally our name was Low-Key, just because Low-Key was a huge search term in 2016. It was one of the top 3 most popular search terms in Google in 2016. And so we decided to have that as our name. When we went to the registration office to make that into a company, they said that it's not valid. We thought about things and we were like, hey, we're HighKey, we're not Low-Key. And so we switched it, created a logo, which is a design of like a key with an arrow up, showcasing like HighKey, and put that on the earbuds. We just started selling via Instagram marketing. We had no idea what we were doing in terms of marketing. Like my older brother Jordan was in business. Aaron didn't really have any past business experience, and myself, I was in high school. We kind of just started posting random meme page content on Instagram, really just anything that we liked to get viewers. And we grew that up, and it was crazy. What just happened is that we were posting stuff going viral on Instagram. We were able to find ways to creatively market on Instagram by posting on what was called meme influencers, so meme pages, and posting our content there with just captions talking about our wireless earbuds. And what it really was is that was a winning product. There was no other alternatives on the marketplace, and so it was bound to win. We just needed to get some exposure out there, and we found a way to get millions of views for fairly cheap with these meme influencer pages. We launched in August 2016, going through our first Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and holiday season. We ended up selling, it was about $40,000 Canadian in our first business in that first 4 months of launching. So it was wild for us. It felt crazy. We knew we had something there. We started thinking of what the next steps were in terms of developing the new product. We created a second version of wireless earbuds, which was literally just our wholesale providers in China created a second version of wireless earbuds. We tested it out. They were better. We put our logo on it, made a few customizations, like we wanted certain colors. We wanted customized ear tips, certain things like that. They got it done, bulk purchased it, did more marketing, crushed it the second year. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, crushed it in 2017, made, I think it was a few $100,000. And then in 2018, we started getting into different products because we wanted to constantly keep expanding. And so we developed a charging backpack and then also had a speaker. Literally went into so many different areas and diverted away from our winning product, which was the wireless earbuds. We ended up taking a huge L because there were so many other competitors in the marketplace for these other products. We ended up bulk purchasing stuff that we couldn't sell, storage warehousing fees that we couldn't keep up with, shipping costs, crazy. Had to get a loan, basically went in debt. I remember going to our Shopify store and we generated over $1 million of revenue. And we literally went to the analytics report, $1 million of revenue, and we had nothing to show for it in terms of profit and money in the bank. And so that was a huge realization in terms of it's really just about the profit. It has nothing to do about the revenue. And so you'll see me throughout this channel mainly talking about the profit ongoing and not talking about the revenue, because in reality, the revenue doesn't really matter if there's no profit there. It wasn't a huge slap in the face because I was just graduating high school at the time. I still had plenty of time to go. And what my mindset was back then, I remember it was such a sick mindset. I hope anybody who watches this in the future employs this mindset who's young, is that I thought of it, I was like, all my friends are going to college and they're going to be in college for 4, some to 8 years. And I was just thinking that I could miserably fail for the next 4 to 8 years. I could miserably fail from all the way up until like 26, 28, as long as I retained some extremely good in life and work experience that I was better off going into the real world and trying it out and miserably failing than going through university. And that relieved a lot of stress from me, because when I was going through business and trying out new things, taking new risks, going into new businesses, just on the basis of learning, experiencing as much as possible, working as hard as possible, and that failing wasn't a bad thing, and that it was inevitable in certain areas. But what happened is, after HighKey Tech is what we called it for the wireless earbuds, is that we switched into a marketing agency called HighKey Agency, because what we realized what we were really good at was Instagram marketing. We were able to generate $1 million in revenue. We just weren't able to retain the profit. We switched into HighKey Agency and met our first client just sporadically inside Winnipeg, our hometown, who was a real estate investor. Had no idea if we could do the same type of Instagram marketing for a real estate investor. We ended up working with him, closed him on. It was a $4,000 per month marketing package, I believe. Closed him on it and literally performed super sick. Got his Instagram following up, got him a ton of viewership, made a ton of content for him. We were so hands-on. We were literally the ones filming it. I was the one going back, and you can literally see, if you go onto HighKey Co. on YouTube and scroll down to like 6 years ago or 5 years ago, you can see I'm the one actually editing the content on Adobe Premiere, Adobe Photoshop. So I taught all myself that. Super easy. You just go onto YouTube and search up like how to edit videos on Adobe Premiere and self-teach yourself. So I was the one editing all the videos, filming the content for this guy named Stefan Arnio. And then we ended up partnering up with him on HighKey Agency. He had 10 years experience in real estate investing. He referred some clients over to us, and then we just started building up HighKey Agency as a social media marketing agency. As we were building it up, we realized that all of our clients wanted two other things besides just social media management. They wanted social media growth, and they wanted to grow on their Instagram profile and other profiles. And then they also wanted press and publications, which was kind of full circle, growing their brand, not only on social media, but also growing their brand on Google. As we started chugging along with HighKey Agency, getting some monthly retainers, some people falling off because we didn't have like a consistent product, and then some people being extremely happy with us and referring over clients, we started implementing new products, which was how we transitioned into doing press and started implementing press and really started growing out that team, but then also doing the HighKey Cloak giveaways, which is probably what we're most notable for in terms of the Instagram community and a lot of our content on YouTube. And that's basically where we partnered up with celebrities. So our first campaign, we partnered up with celebrity, and we were giving away, I think it was $10,000 at the time, for people to follow a list of accounts on @HighKeyClout's Instagram. A list of accounts on @HighKeyClout would pay us to sponsor the campaign. So they'd pay us. We would set up the entire campaign, and then the celebrity would be like, all you have to do to enter this campaign, to all my followers, all you have to do is go to @HighKeyClout and follow everybody that they're following. That ended up turning to be a hit model, and we scaled that up for the next 3 years up until now. It ended up being extremely successful. I think the total amount generated was about 15 million in sales throughout the course of the 3 years with HighKey Clout. Now the giveaways have definitely slowed down just because Instagram's engagement overall has slowed down. And so we've pushed way more into press. We have a team of 4 in-house publicists now, 4 press managers. We have a team of, I believe it's 5 editorial press writers, and then some other people along that team. But definitely the press side of things is our core focus, and what's likely going to be what's getting us to that $1 billion mark over the next 10 years. And so I think that's a wrap for this video. Just want to give that full background of where we are to come from, and then in a week from now, I'll probably be filming the next week recap of basically the goals, what the mindset was, what the plan is for the following week, and all that. But until next week, peace.